Hello and welcome to this webinar. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Joaquin Garzón, North Africa Project Manager Andalucía Trade, which is, as most of you know, the agency for transformation and economic development of Andalucía in southern Spain, dedicated to help companies from the regions to do business abroad and to channel foreign investment to Andalucía. Today, we will be focusing on Egypt. Egypt is, of course, a fascinating country, but also one that makes a lot of economic sense for you. It's the most populous Arab country with 110 million inhabitants, the third largest economy in the MENA zone and also in Africa, with a surface that doubles that of Spain, with good economic performance and with an extensive expansion plans in many sectors, as we will learn today. Because of its importance, Andalucía Trade is operating an antenna in Cairo at the service of Andalusian companies. I would like to thank very particularly the Embassy of Egypt in Spain, and especially Mr. Tarek Elkeden, Minister Plenipotentiary and Commercial Counselor, for co-organizing this webinar with us. As you know, we have a very busy schedule with quite a few very interesting panelists, and we will discuss 4 main areas of interest: the economic situation and imports and exports, the Suez Canal economic zone, investment in Egypt, and the main sectors of interest for Andalusian and Egyptian companies. We will also discuss the services that we can provide to you through our antenna in Cairo, and for that we have with us its director, Mr. Hossam Leheta. Before we begin, I would like you to please post all the questions that you may have using the chat that you will find in the right side of your screen, and that our guests, speakers, will try to answer at the final part of the session. I ask the speakers to try to keep the presentations brief in 10 or 15 minutes so that we can accommodate to the 1 hour and a half that we have programmed for this webinar. I would like to introduce you now to Tarek Elkeden from the Egyptian Embassy. Dear Tarek, the floor is yours, please.
Okay. It is a pleasure to welcome you all today to this important webinar, bringing together partners from Egypt and Andalusia, and I would like to thank Andalusia Trade for hosting this session and for their efforts in strengthening the commercial ties between Egypt and Andalusia. I would like to welcome also the participants and speakers from Egyptian side, Mr. Abdelhamid Demirdash, the head of the AEC, Agriculture Export Council, and the Parliament member, and Mr. Tarek Hashim, the General Manager of Investor Relations in the Suez Canal Economic Zone, SCE Zone, and Mr. Rami from GAFI, General Authority for Investment, and Mrs. Maye Khairi from Food Export Council, and Mr. Muhammad Wahba, the ECS member, Egyptian Commercial Service member. Now I will leave the floor to Mr. Abdelhamid Demirdash. He will give you a comprehensive and a profound presentation or information about the mega projects and the agriculture sector in Egypt. Mr. Abdelhamid Demirdash.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Please go ahead.
Alec, okay, thank you. Alec, can you please share our presentation?
Okay, Ms. May. If the screen is clear?
No, I don't see them. Does anybody see our screen for the presentation?
Unfortunately, no.
We can see your screen, and right now, right? Yeah, that's right. Now we can see it. If you can expand it and put it in full screen mode.
Excuse me, could it be possible make a translate transcription open to in Spanish, please?
Okay. I think the screen is clear now.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, if you can put it in full size screen mode, that way we'll see it much better.
في الفيو بس يا آلاء علشان نقدر نشوف فول سكرين.
Okay.
فول سكرين.
There you go.
هي كده full.
Okay. Yes. طيب أول slide. First of all, I would like to thank you all for this webinar and for the invitation. And I'm sorry for being late. We have some technical issues, as you know. So actually, we are covering. I don't know how much time do I have just to be able to.
Please try it in between 10 and 15 minutes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Fine. First of all, we'll talk about our Food Export Council, the structure, the services, and then we are talking about why to source from Egypt, what are the benefits, the trade agreements, and several other factors. Then we're highlighting the food exports. We're talking about processed food from Egypt to other countries. And then we are actually focusing on the Egypt's trade with Spain. And last but not least, the top-ranked Egyptian exported products globally. We are going to present that as well. So can you just scroll next? آلاء سامعاني؟
أستاذة إحنا حاليا في FEC services.
Fine. Okay, fine. So actually, the Food Export Council, I'm sure you know about our council's background, that we are the official umbrella and the consulting body to the Ministry of Investment and Foreign Trade. We have actually 650 Egyptian members, exporters, and we have very tight criteria of accepting companies to be our members, because they have to fulfill certain criteria like the ISO 22000. This is a must. They have to be registered in the National Food Safety Authority, as well as other criteria. So we're very selective about our member companies who represent Egypt in through various channels. And here we come to our services. What do we present? We participate in international exhibitions specialized in food processing. We organize trade missions to various countries where there are no exhibitions, like we did the last 4 years, 14 trade missions to various African countries, Arab countries, North Africa, and also USA. We also do inbound missions, so we can invite potential partners to come to Egypt. We organize meetings with our member companies. We do site visits, and also it would be a great opportunity also to extend the invitation to your organization that we have the Food Africa exhibition every year. It's a 10th round. So we can also invite hosted buyers and potential investors to visit this international exhibition and organize some meetings. So we do a business support services for and consultancy services for our members. We have regular meetings on weekly basis, webinar for capacity building of our members. We do training programs and various other services. So we were talking about why sourcing from Egypt. And of course, there are several factors. I'm sure my colleagues also will highlight this as well. So first of all, the geographical location, very important, Red Sea and the Mediterranean. Second, of course, we're very proud of our export figures, that we have a regular increase of our exports for the food processing sector. Last year, we had a 21% export increase from 23 to 24. Also, we have the national Food Safety Authority, which is established 6 years ago. This is the quality seal, and for the Egyptian export in the food sector, we have a very good authority implementing all kinds of food safety activities, and responsible for the quality and all related issues as well. Of course, we're mentioning also the different trade agreements between Egypt and the other countries. We're going into details for this, just to give also a highlight why sourcing from Egypt. Next, please, Alaa. Okay, for the trade agreements, we have, of course, the Greater Arab Free Trade Agreement, the GAFTA, and these are the countries. We have also the Egypt-EU Partnership Agreement. We have the QIZ. This is an agreement between Egypt and US and a partner and Israel as well. We have also the Agadir. It's the North African countries, Egypt, Jordan, Morocco, and Tunisia. بعدها. Next, please, Alaa. I cannot see the next slide. It's a bit slow, I guess.
comercial and mixer.
ما هو مش باين عندي.
وأنا عملت the next slide.
No, it doesn't show the next slide. We're very sorry about this technical issue, but I think problem with the internet as well.
No problem.
مش ظاهرة يا آلاء. Anyway, we also have the AFCEFTA. It's for the African continent, and by 2030, with all African countries, there will be zero customs on most of 90% of the products exchanged between these countries. Concerning the trade figures between Egypt and other countries, would like also to show you some of the export figures of Egypt and other countries, and the overall development throughout the years. We started 2014 with 3.0 billion. Now, as mentioned before, we are at 6.1 with an increase of 21%. Badiha? Well, the Arab countries represent 54% of total exports of Egypt from the processed food sector, followed by the European Union with 19%, African countries with 8%, USA with 5%, and other countries with 14%. As you can see, from the year 2023 to 2024, if we're looking at Arab countries, increase of 20%. The European Union, amazingly, is actually increase of 32%. African countries, 10%. USA, 42%. Well, and the rest of the world, 12%. بعدها. Well, the main importing countries from Egypt are, first of all, Saudi Arabia, with a growth rate of 23%. We have here 23, 24. Then comes Sudan, Libya. These are the immediate neighboring countries. Then fourth place is actually the USA. We have a growth rate of 42%. Palestine with a 30%. Netherlands with a 103% increase. And here also we need to mention that, of course, Netherlands, well known to everybody, is a hub for re-exporting. Most of the products are actually, or I would say like 40% of exported products to EU and also USA are products of agriculture origin. So we also have the Jordan, Morocco, and others. So here is just a quick overview on the exported commodities. First of all, we have the soft drink concentrates, the flour, starch. Then we have the sugar and glucose. And on fourth place is the frozen strawberries with an increase of 14%. Here also we will also shortly talk about it, that Egypt is the exporter #1 worldwide in the frozen strawberries exports. Then we have edible oil, juices, cereals, frozen vegetables, and others. Just go on, please. I will, yeah. Now we're going just to now focus on the trade with Spain. And my colleague Ala, I will hand over to you to highlight this because we have some very interesting figures we need to highlight. I think we still have like 6 minutes to go through that. And then, of course, we're open for questions. Please, Ala, thank you.
Thank you, Saban. Good morning. Let's start with a look at Egypt's trade performance with Spain over the past decade. In terms of value, our exports have grown significantly from only $39 million to $177 million in 2024. The most notable surge happened between 2022 and 2023, where we saw a 106% jump in export value, reflecting expanding demand for Egyptian products in the Spanish market. Volume-wise, we also observe a clear upward trend reaching 370,000 tons, but it doesn't clear in the graph, more than an increase compared to 2014. This growth especially over the past 5 years. Now let's look at the top products we exported to Spain in 2024. At the top of the list is table olives, with export reaching $35 million, accounting for 20% of total food exports to Spain. This is followed by prepared animal food with $25 million and 14%. The olive oil with $24 million and 13%. Other key products include frozen artichokes, casing, juices, and molasses, each contributing between 4 and 6% of the total. High-value items domain the top of the list. We also see a wide range of diverse products, from pickled vegetables to cereal preparations and aromatic mixtures. These reflect Egypt's growing to serve different segments in the Spanish market. We have in Egypt 194 companies exporting to Spain. Among them, 3 companies each exceed $10 million in export, with total $40 million accounting for 23% of Egypt's total export to Spain. And we have 37 companies exported over $1 million, which total $142 million, which represent 80% of the total export to Spain. And then let's take a quick look of the Egyptian food products that ranked strongly in the Spanish or in the global market in 2023. Frozen strawberries, olives, and other products. In the frozen strawberries, Egypt ranked 1 global exporter with market share 26%, ranking 1, export value $335 million, and annual gross 26% in value, and in volume 12%. The preserved olives, HS code 071120, market share 90%, ranking 2 in the world, and export value $21 million. These products that Egypt had ranked in the global world: peat molasses, frozen orange juice. There are the samples of the products. I thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ala. Thank you all for your attention. And any questions, let us know, and we will be more than happy to share the presentation. But I guess it's already, you have a copy of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will share all the presentations with our guests when we finish the webinar. Mr. Demirdash, can we try to do your presentation? Do you have your audio on? We can't. I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
عبد الحميد بالميكروفون مش مفعل.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr.
Okay. Thank you so much. Anyway, sure. I will. I don't have any presentation. I will send it later. All the details later, through our our AAC office. Well, I would like to introduce myself again. I am Abdelhamid Deberdash. I worked in agriculture for 30 years, and then I joined the parliament in the agriculture committee. As I know from your that Andalusia would like to have what are the opportunities in Egypt in different fields. So I'm actually let's concentrate on the agriculture sector, which I work with in 30 years, and since I'm in the parliament, and I'll give you very brief, Mr. Garzon, about the sector in this country. The agriculture sector and food security have become one of the primary national security elements for any countries, actually, especially with the rapid changes that the world is facing. Egypt agriculture's sector is one of the most important productive sectors, as well as one of the primary pillars of the Egyptian economy. Actually, it contributes around 11% of the gross national product, and of course, it's different between plant production, animal and poultry, and fisheries. And actually, since the government, in view of the great importance attached in the agriculture sectors, the Egyptian state has succeeded in achieving many success and achievement in the sector, especially in the light of the big and mega project undertaken by the states and the private sector as well. And I'm going to give you some information about this major product that you can be interested in opportunities for the Spanish or any other countries actually to come over here and invest in agriculture. The first mega project that we have is the reclamation of a big project in the New Delta. This is around 2 million acres. 2 million acres in the New Delta, and other places like Tushka, like Awainat, and other places, which around all of it, all the reclamation area, which is going to be reclaimed in the coming 2 years or something, is around 3 million acres, which is around 30% of the total agriculture area is in Egypt, which is really something very, very big. This is one of, I feel that many Italians now are coming to Egypt to look into this project and to have either buy or rent or usufruct from Egypt. And I think there's so many other nationality came for this project. The other project that I see it very big and it's also very successful is the greenhouses. Egypt established around, let's say, 100,000 greenhouse or less, and it's been rented to many other, of course, in the Egyptian investors and other foreign investors to produce veg and fruit and export to other countries. This is one of the projects that actually our country is concentrated in. Also, we have another project, a big project in the Old Delta, which is the development of the irrigation system from flood to dripping system, actually. This is one of the big projects. And the Old Delta is 6 million acres, and we are now trying to convert this water system to the new systems like dripping, like sprinkler, and other things. One of the other things that you can be interested in or invest in, the desalination of the seawater. The seawater, this is one of the projects that Egypt is interested in, and they are doing a lot of effort in that. One of the big things that Egypt are doing now is the agriculture wastewater treatment to produce around 20 million cubic meter per day. This is one of the huge project in our countries, actually. Also, we have they did in the last 4 years, let's say 10 years, 400 projects for animal and poultry production, bread improvement, and other things like dairy collection centers and other things. One of the targets in Egypt is to do the project Restore Efficiency and create new silos for grain storage managed by modern methods. This is one of the big project, and many actually investors came to do this investment in our country. As far as the exports are concerned, actually we are as a agriculture export council and the food processing countries are actually we are two sides of the same coin: the agriculture and the food processing. Total exports for the two councils are $11 billion, which we hope to increase this figure to around $20 billion in 2030. We are actually, as Agriculture Export Council, we export to around 140 countries and around 90 products, everything like medicinal and aromatic crops. Like, of course, we are #1 in citrus. I know that in Spain they don't like this very well, because we are competing with Spain in this sector, in this crop. And you have many other, all the crops that we have a good export quantities and value as well. All these things will be sent to you later on. With maybe Hanan is putting this presentation. But definitely you have a very good opportunity to invest in agriculture in Egypt. We have another areas, it's called Al-Wadi Al-Jadid, the New Valley. It's around 35% of Egypt area, and it's all irrigated by well water. A big, huge investment has been done over there with vegetable, medicinal and aromatic crops. Many other actually like and strategic crops like maize, wheat, soybeans, and others. What I'm trying to, let me brief and to make it easy, and this is the country now is very good opportunities for the people. They would like to invest in these countries. One of the things, one of the crops that has been raising now is the blueberries, is the berries in general, very high investment, and the people are actually investing a lot to produce the berries in Egypt. I think this is what I can tell you, and if you have any question, of course, and of course the incentives of Egypt to the investor is very big. Maybe Mr. Hashim will give you more details on this thing. But I feel that if Spain or Italy or any other countries in the Mediterranean would like to invest, this is the right investment in agriculture in Egypt. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Demirtaş. Very interesting presentation. We will share the presentation after with our guests. And now we can move on. Mr. Tarek, should we proceed with Gafi?
Maybe, or Mr. Tarek Hashim. I think we said.
Or Mr. Tarek Hashim?
Economic zone. Yes.
Okay. Please go ahead, Mr. Hashim.
Mr. Tarek.
Just a second, I'll be with you. I'm just maximizing the screen. Hold 1 second to do the share.
Yeah,
okay.
I will. Maybe before you, Mr. Hashim, I will just want
Please,
to give...
my pleasure.
Shukran. One of the things that we have solved in our country, we have started to have a fast boat that is coming. Fast boat, it means a Ro-Ro boat from a port called Damietta Port to Trieste, and from Trieste to Europe. This will take. So it was the first boat that we have worked on this year, and we have a very good, exceptional success in this boat, and it takes from Damietta to Trieste around 1.5 days, and then from Trieste to Europe around 5-6 days, depending on the country, and the last one is England, which takes around 6-7 days, which is very, very, very good compared to, of course, the air freight. And we are willing, if things went well, we might have 2 or 3 boats in a week. What we have now is 1 boat in a week, and people are encouraged because they are not giving the big difference in cost. For example, the air freight cost is around $2.2 per kilo, and this boat is around $70 to $75 per kilo. I'm sorry for Dr. Hashim and for interrupting you.
A pleasure, Mr. Hamid.
ربنا يخليك.
شكرا.
ربنا يخليك.
Well, if you'd like me to start, I can start with my presentation, if you allow me.
Sure.
Okay, can you see the slides?
Yes.
Okay, just let me do it on the full screen mode. Well, first of all, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to present you one of the mega projects in Egypt right now. We are calling that all the government of Egypt is aligned to promote for the Suez Canal Economic Zone. Briefly, for not taking too much time, we have 4 industrial areas. The first and the biggest one in El Sokhna, which you can see it in El Sokhna zone, and we have 2 areas which are going to be concentrating on them because they are dedicated for the agri-food and the food production and the textile also, and the last one, which we call it the jewel of the crown, which is in east of Port Said. We have 6 ports, 3 on the Red Sea, El Adabiya Port, El Sokhna Port, El Tor, and on the Mediterranean we have El Arish and east and west of Port Said ports. Right now, we have 434 operation establishments. This is including the factories, the companies, the adding services companies working at the zone. We have 5 main ports operators, diversified from the Dubai ports, Abu Dhabi ports, and also AP Moller and Mersik at the Mediterranean. We are working with the concept of the industrial developer. We have 15 industrial developers in El Sokhna and in east of Port Said. Plus of that, we have 100 port establishment. The strategic location of the Suez Canal Economic Zone, the strategic location of the Suez Canal Economic Zone is having the benefits from the passing through vessels from the Suez Canal, the waterway, as 12% of the international trade and 10% of the seaborne trade. And the last year, there were around 26,000 ships passes through the Suez Canal during the year 24-25. Plus of that, the regional context of the zone, we are well connected within the Egypt itself, so you can easily move from Al Sokhna to Al Ismailia to Port Said through one of the projects also opened in the last 2 years, which is 30th of June access. So the investor who want to use the Suez Canal for transshipment of his goods to go to East to Port Said to re-export it. After that, he can use the roads. Plus of that, as you can see on the left-hand side, we have well-connected roads to Africa, the continent. I will not take too much, as my colleagues mentioned, the free trade agreement that Egypt signed and it's applied on the zone. Plus of that, you are having an access to around 105 million consumer in Egypt, plus the 2 billion consumer around the world. As mentioned, Al Sokhna, it's the oldest and the biggest one for industrial area. The area is around 168 square kilometers. We have 13 industrial developer plus 270 establishment, and the developers area around 80 square kilometers. The industrial developer, as you all know, that he is acquiring land not less than 2 square kilometers. The role of the authority to provide the needed infrastructure to the border of this lands or to the tie points of this lands, and the developer will do the internal infrastructure grid, and after that reusufructing the lands for his clients. We are giving the lands on the zone for a usufruct basis for 50 years. Based on rates, it's negotiable, but the starting point is $3.35 per square meter per year. This rate is fixed for the first 5 years, and after that there is an annual increase based on the inflation and the based on the inflation rate of the US dollars, according to the Central Bank of Egypt, with a minimum 2%. East of Port Said also, it's a promising investment area. The total area is around 64 square kilometers. We have 2 industrial developers over there, and they are internationally. One of them is belongs to the Russian industrial zone, and the other is for Emiratian, which is Abu Dhabi. We just signed it 1 month before. We have already 10 operating companies in East of Port Said, and the developers area right now it's 36, not 16 square kilometers. Sorry, East of Ismailia, it's designated based on the studies, the late studies we did with PwC and McKinsey. It's designated for the ICT sector and the renewable energy sector. I think the coming one, will be the most important for you, because Kantara West, it's a 19 square kilometers, and this zone is designated for the textile and the ready-made garments and the agribusiness, the food processing, because it's very near to El Delta, so you'll have the raw material concerning the vegetables and fruits and etc. Plus of that, the availability of the labor in the Delta area. Plus of that, it's a good idea. It's a good place for the feeding and medium industry and the logistics activities and the SMEs projects. This is another shot for the area and how it's near to El Delta area and Cairo. Plus of that, as I mentioned, you can use the 30th of June access to even export to the European or the American markets or to the African or the Gulf and the Asian markets through El Sokhna area. The ports, El Sokhna port, it's one of the developed ports right now, and we are doing a massive development plan. It's supposed to be opening the first phase by end of this 25 and will be at the full capacity by 26. This will be the only port in Africa which is having an area of 25 square kilometers as a total area, which will be divided to an 18 kilometers for the new keyways. And actually, we are dredging the port itself to reach 18 meter for the port depth to be able to accommodate the triple E ships. We are having 5.3 square kilometer for the logistics area, and one of the projects also we are working on that to having around 10 kilometers railway will be going through the port itself to ease the access of the importer or the exporter to in and off load the goods through the railways. El Adabea port, it's located 17 kilometers away from Suez city. It's a small one, but it's a very important port for the edible oil, as this port is the main hub for the edible oils in Egypt. East of Port Said, it's developed one and already launched 3 years before. The total area, it's 9.5 square kilometers, and the keyways we are having, it's 5 kilometers. Plus of that, the depth is 18, and we have also around 27 square kilometers for the logistics activities on it. West of Port Said, it's one of the oldest ports in Egypt, and also it's the hub for the import and export of Egypt. El Arish, it's a very small one. The total area is 1.5, and it's designated for exporting the cement and the sand, especially for the European market. Briefly, the strategic plan of the zone that, and we have on 3 phases. We already passing the second one right now. 2015 till 2020, we were preparing, updating the legalization, the law, the ease of doing business in the zone. In 2020 till 25, the enabling, which is we did the promoting for the 4 industrial areas, and as mentioned, we have more than 500 establishments in the zone right now. 25 till 30s will be doing the localization of the industries in the zone. Plus of that, the strategic pillars we are working with, it's to do the setup and the ecosystem readiness, do the cost positioning, giving the service level provided to the investors, plus of that, updating the financial incentives, plus the regulatory framework. As a zone, we did our homework in providing the infrastructure. As mentioned in this slide, we spent more than $3 billion providing the all needed infrastructure and the capacity required from the investors to the zone. So right now, when we have an inquiry or we have a request from any investor concerning the utilities and infrastructure, it will be approved by the board of directors. The most also important thing that it's the incentives. We are having two kinds of incentives. We have the financial one and the non-financial one. The first one, we have a 0% custom taxes. We don't say that we are a free custom tax, no, but we are zero because all the machinery, all the needed things for the investor to do his factory will be a zero custom taxes. In case also for exporting to the international market, there will not be a customs applied on the goods he is exporting. But in case he is exporting to the local market, the custom tax will be applied only on the foreign component in the final product. Plus of that, we have a 0% value added taxes also will be on the applied on the raw material, the component, the spare parts, and the etc. The VAT will be applied when you are exporting from the zone to the local market, and we're going to be paid by the importer, not by the exporter from the zone. We are applying a 50% corporate tax refund. This will be a discounted from the net profit, equivalent to 50% from the project investment cost. But anyway, right now we are having this will be updated in the council or in the parliament. Right now we're going to be changing to a very good article will be applied from the second half of this year, inshallah. The non-financial, we are giving 100% foreign ownership is allowed at the zone. Plus of that, we are giving a 5 years residency permit to the foreign investor. The last one, we unfortunately we didn't use it till now because the labor-intensive project didn't we didn't have any request from an investor for a labor-intensive project in the zone right now. We have our export and import regulations. We have also our customs guide and manual, and recently we joined the export support program. And by the way, as mentioned here, we have the one-stop shop, so the investor will not go to any other place outside the headquarters of the SC zone, which is in Al Ain Al-Sukhna. We are giving the permits, we are giving the tax and custom services, we are giving all the licensing permits, approving for the project during or through our one-stop shop in Al-Sukhna. Plus of that, we are doing the digitalize the e-services, which will be already launched. We have 2 services right now launched, and the other 7 will be launched by end of this month, inshallah. We have targeted sectors and industries. We have around 21 targeted sectors in the zone. 4 of them are services sectors, such as the logistics, the data centers, the vocational maintenance centers, and the bunkering and conventional green. Plus of that, the industrial sectors we are targeting. This is just the headline, and all of these targets with the downstreaming or the the downstreaming targets are available and welcomed at the zone. I don't think that you are much interested in the green hydrogen, so I think I can stop here and thank you very much, and I hope that I matched the 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A lot of very important information, very interesting. It makes for a very friendly environment for investments, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for sticking to the time and going to the point, Mr.
My
Hashem.
pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Tarek, should we proceed
Yes.
with please
Mr.
go
I
ahead.
think we have, yes, with Mr. Rami from GAFI, General Authority for Investment. He will make a presentation, profound presentation on the business climate in Egypt.
So,
Wonderful.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Unfortunately, Mr. Rami won't be able to join today for unforeseen circumstances and habit to him. So my name is Zuhair. I'm a director of Foreign Investment Promotion Department. I will just replace him and I will give you the presentation. So allow me to share the presentation.
Great. Thank you.
Can I share? So can you allow me to share the presentation?
Yes, I think you're already allowed to do that.
Uh-huh. Can you see it? Can you see it? Is it visible to you? Hello?
No, we can't see it yet.
You can see it yet. Don't know how to share it.
It doesn't work, the sharing button for you?
No, it appears, but I cannot just find it on my desktop. The problem is it seems that something technically is not working well. Share presentations, screens.
Now we're looking at your screen, I think.
Does it
so
appear?
if you can open your presentation.
Is it opened right now? Can you see it?
We can see your screen with the Teams program. So maybe you're sharing. Maybe you want to share your screen instead of an application.
Okay. Sharing screen is.
You have to choose the window screen.
Window screen.
That way we'll see everything that goes on in your computer, and then you can highlight your presentation. There you go. There you go.
Now?
Yes, great.
Okay. Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry for the.
No problem. No problem.
And sharing this information. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to take part in such very important webinar. I'm going to give you a quick overview on the landscape of the investment environment in Egypt and to see where we stand as a government and where we're heading when it comes to the investment. And the name applies here on the presentation that we say that the title of the presentation is that Egypt is ready. Actually, Egypt is ready for what? Firstly, with I would like to highlight that Egypt is ready with the what's called the world-class infrastructure that has been developed over the last 5 years, where the government invested more than $550 billion to make it ready for your investment. Egypt also is ready with a different set of incentives. Part of it has been highlighted by my colleagues in different presentations, about how can you get the benefit out of Egypt, and you can be in a better position in the market by enjoying these benefits. Also, Egypt is ready with the unprecedented governmental support to ensure that you have a smooth landing in our country, and you get also the unprecedented support from the government. Finally, the government is ready, or Egypt is ready, to accommodate your business plan and to ensure that you will be a step ahead from your competitive globally or regionally. So let me just walk you through some of the very important facts about Egypt. So this is very fundamental information about Egypt. You can find it everywhere, so I'm going to just skip it. This is the foreign direct investment, to understand what the government already did over the last couple of years to enhance the business environment. Indeed, the government has been embarked in a very decisive and aggressive reform program with a clear attention to make the business environment in Egypt is more friendly, more attractive, and more conducive. As a result of the government already did over the last couple of years, Egypt became #1 recipient of foreign direct investment in the entire Africa for the last 6 consecutive years. With the last years, we were able to secure more than $46 billion the investment came to Egypt. Out of these numbers, one project was more than around $35 billion. So it means that there is a very strong confidence on the business environment, and the improvement happens. This is coupled with the investment that the government already did in the infrastructures and other things that all make Egypt actually the most favorable destination in Africa for investment.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you please click on the next slide, because we are just looking at the first slide of your presentation.
I am clicking. Sorry.
Sure.
This is already clicked. No. Is it not clicked?
No, we can only see the first slide.
Is it already? Second slide already appeared?
There you go. Now we can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So do I have to repeat it again what I have said, or is okay? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Thank you so much. We've been able to listen perfectly to what you said,
okay.
But if you click on the slide, it will be much easier for everybody. Thank you.
Okay. So that was the slide that I was talking about related to the foreign direct investment, where the government actually managed to attract more than $46 billion. And then we are on the right track. We are progressing very well. We become the most favorable destination in the entire African and the Middle East, one of the most favorable destinations for investment because of the reform, because of the development on the infrastructures. Next slides. This is where we are hoping to achieve this year's 4.2% of the economic growth. Also, our gross domestic products, we have a plan to reach $363 billion. Total investment from the private sectors will be increased by 30% and by 48%, and also the total investment plan of the government for this year is around $47 billion. Coming to the it's very important to understand before stepping into new markets to understand what kind of privileges and incentives. Some of the privileges, it has been already highlighted by my colleagues, so I don't want to repeat what they have already highlighted. But most importantly, to understand that Egypt actually enjoy one of the very important factors, which is very, very fundamental for any companies look for investing abroad. We are a country which we consider ourselves the populous country. Our population is 110 million people, and we are growing by 2.5% annually. So we have a very decent market for labors. More than 29 million people are considered to be skillful and under the age of 30. And if you look to the salary structures in Egypt versus any other country, you can understand how competitive they are. Very skilled, they are very talented and fast learners, and also their salary for the unskilled laborers we are talking about $150 per month. And for the workers, like the accountant, lawyers, and technicians, they are actually their average salary and the middle management around $400 per month. That is the maximum from the unskilled to the middle management. So you can understand how much Egypt is very competitive. Second point, that the free trade agreement, which has already been highlighted, but I would like to look at it from different perspectives. Egypt actually is well positioned on the map. We have the Suez Canal waterway. Actually, more than 12.5% of the maritime business are crossing via Suez Canal every year. So it means the traffic is very high, lead time is very convenient, and also the cost of shipping from Egypt to any other country in the world by far much more competitive than anywhere you imagine that you will locate your product. Thirdly, that the infrastructures that has been already highlighted by my colleagues is actually amazing. So it's world class. We have a very well advanced network connecting seaports to the residential areas and to the industrial areas with the non-stop highways, and that allows you to move easily from any part of anywhere in Egypt to the port and to the residentials in a very smooth way. And also the other incentives, which is actually I would like to spot it out, which is the incentives that the government is offering. So in here, can you see it? This is the schemes of the different investments. When
yes, we can see it.
So every investor before coming to Egypt has a certain plan. Some of the investors may come, okay, I'm coming especially to focus on the domestic market. Some other, yes, I may look or consider Egypt as a destination where I can get the benefits or the incentives, low cost, also the low cost of doing business in Egypt, the outstanding location. So I want to utilize Egypt as the hub for export. And some other companies, they might come to Egypt and, okay, I'm coming to Egypt, part of my productions to be allocated to the local market, the rest will be for export. So we drafted so many incentive schemes to fit the investor's plan. For instance, if the company want to utilize Egypt as a central hub for their product to cover maybe Middle East and Africa, Europe, United States, even Asia, then we can offer them the free zones. The characteristics of the free zone is that custom-free, tax-free. So no custom to be paid, no tax to be paid. However, he has to export majority of his production, around 80% plus, to be exported from the zone. If he is planning to locate in Egypt, then we have what's called investment parks, where he can sell 100% of his production to the local market, but he will be subject to the normal corporate tax and normal custom duties to be imposed. But he will be enjoying the selling 100% of his production to the local market. If you want to make the kind of balance between local market and export, here the special economic zone it is one of the models that is actually could fit with this investment model. Mr. Tarek Hashim already highlighted the benefit and the privileges of the special economic zone. These are the different schemes for investment. Whatever plan, we can accommodate your plan. We will be make sure that you will be getting the maximum out of doing business by guiding you which investment schemes could fit with your plan. So that is the kind of schemes that we are offering at the government to ensure that you will be getting a maximum benefit of doing this. One of the also very important point that some of the investors they might have some concern about if we decided to invest in a country which we don't know a lot. So some of the questions might come across the mind of an investors. Who can guarantee that I can get my money back? And if I already generated profit from Egypt, from my factory in Egypt or my business in Egypt, does anything that can guarantee that I can take my money back out of this country or not? This is what I'm saying. Is there any restrictions on the ownership of the company? I would say that we have already put some guarantees in the investment law to make the investors operating in a very protective environment, in a sense that the government, the law already guaranteed that you can repatriate all the profit or all the dividend you have already generated out of your business in Egypt to anywhere without any restriction. The second point, that no restrictions on the foreign ownership. Could be 100% Spanish, could be 100% Spanish, Dutch, Spanish, German, Spanish, American, Spanish, Egyptians. There is no any kind of the structures of the ownership of the foreigners in Egypt. You can own the land in Egypt also as well. That's we guarantee the investors can own the land in Egypt. No seizures, no confiscation. So in a sense that these guarantee just to ensure that you are operating at a very secure business environment, and this is by law, is not by promise by anybody else. So let's just highlight also some of the packages of incentives that.
Excuse me, just one second. It's very interesting, all the information. I'm afraid we may not have time to go through all maybe your presentation because we have other speakers that and we need to stick to our timetable. Is it possible that you can maybe wrap up and share your presentation kindly with us so that we can send it to all our guests?
So, okay, let me just try to quickly wrap up on that with what we are offering. What we are offering to the investors, that we have different schemes of investment. Each one, it has its own characteristics. Each one, it has own benefit and privileges. So with what had been presented by Mr. Demirdash and Mr. Tarek, that there is a lot of opportunity in agribusiness. Egypt is very rich, and it has a lot of opportunity, either for food produce, fresh produce, or for the processed food. So we have all the ingredients in place. We have the laws, we have the regulation, we have the schemes, we have the government support, we have the incentives also, and we have the free trade agreement. We have the actually the prime locations and the good location for where you can invest in Egypt. And also adding on top of that, we have what's called the export subsidy programs, where we are subsidizing the companies in order to increase their export from Egypt. And on top of everything, you have the government support. The government will be standing by you, helping, guiding, assisting, facilitating in order to ensure smooth landing in Egypt. And I'm sorry, I don't want to take too much time, and I hope that the presentation could be of your touch your intention. Thank you very much.
Not at all, not at all. Thank you so much for all the valuable information, all the technical information. It's a wealth of information for all the companies that may be thinking of expanding and establishing in Egypt. And we will, if you can kindly share your presentation, we will make sure that everybody can receive it. We can move on. Maybe it's time for our director of the antenna of Andalucía Trade in Egypt, Hossam Leheta. Hossam, welcome. Can you please sort of wrap up and tell us about the services that we can provide to all the Andalusian companies interested in the country?
Yes, thank you, Joaquin. I would like to start off by thanking everybody for the very good and very informative presentations. As an Egyptian in Egypt, I would also like to echo my support and confirmation that Egypt is, at this point in time, very promising for investments and a market that is growing very rapidly with key advancements in different areas. So I can tell you that this is not just information that is available by the experts or for a limited few. It's something that we do feel here on the ground and notice the business growth in the different sectors year over year. What we can provide to the Spanish companies, and in our experience, a lot of the Spanish companies have found a lot of success here in Egypt and are always very welcomed in Egypt. We tend to work with the companies providing initial market surveys, taking into consideration specific industries and requirements of the specific industries. With some companies, we move over to providing an individual agenda where we would tackle a specific requirement, ranging from finding potential partners in the Egyptian market, distributors, resellers, or in some cases, end clients for companies that look to set up existence in Egypt. Then we would help maybe recommend the different areas, the different opportunities, facilitate with requirements, channel centers of expertise as required. We have also participated and continue to participate with direct trade missions. We have done that very successfully with Spanish companies and in specific with Associate Fruit, visiting a lot of the agricultural and food producers in Egypt. We do lead the sectorial webinars, very similar to the general webinar of today, but maybe focused on a specific sector and a specific industry. We offer individual consulting for companies that have very specific requirements. Also with the trade missions, we have had trade missions with the Big Five, which is the very large construction and development exhibition. So this has been for developers, architects, designers, companies providing building materials, building supplies, contracting, engineering services, amongst others. We do work annually with Sahara and Food Africa. So this is more focused towards the agricultural, food trade, supplies for agriculture, agricultural trading, import, export, expertise, consulting, machinery, equipment, amongst other things. I tried to be very brief. If anybody has any specific questions, it would be my pleasure to answer them right now or to connect at a later time, anytime.
Thank you, Hossam. Thank you, Hossam, so much for your intervention. Mr. Tarek, should we proceed to the Q&A part of the session? We have some questions that some of the companies have posted on the chat, and we may try to answer them if you think.
Yes, Mr. Joaquin, but just I would like to draw the attention of our audience today that the relations between the two countries now is upgraded to a strategic partnership in key areas. You know, last February, Madrid witnessed a visit of His Excellency, the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, where a strategic partnership was declared during this visit. This was in last February in different areas, the strategic partnership in different areas like development cooperation, home affairs, culture, agriculture, and fisheries. That I would like to mention what happened in February, and now I think we have a wider scope for cooperation between the two countries in the field of economic and business development. And now I think we can leave now the floor for the question and answers.
Thank you for posting that, because As a matter of fact, we have excellent relationship with the country. Egypt is, of course, geopolitically and economically very important in the world, and we should try to increase our commercial relationships because they don't seem to be at the level that they should be between Spain and Andalucía in particular and Egypt. And there's certainly room for a lot of improvement.
Sure, yes.
We have a few questions that I will post to the floor, so that maybe we have from one greenhouse company manufacturer asking which would be the best way to get into the Egyptian market. Is it better to create a branch company or to create collaborations with commercial agents or distributors in Egypt? I don't know if maybe
if I can take these questions.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, obviously it depends on what he is intending to do. He can go, of course, as I mentioned, that he can go 100% the Spanish company to start up the business here. But if he prefer to find local partners, then we can manage to introduce him some of the reputable companies operating in the market, and they can discuss the possibility of joining forces together and start up the business. If he's looking for a agency or a representative or distributor or something like that, also could be of help to the company. But all options are across the table. It depends on the company plan, and we will be standing by him. As I told, we will help and to find the right partner if he's interested in cooperating with the local partner.
Yeah, I also think, Joaquin, if they address the requirement through Andalucía Trade, again, along with the help the gentleman can provide from the organizations here, which I think is very important and very valuable, we can, as we have done with other Spanish companies, help with the initial market survey. We can help with a virtual agenda, which would give really a nice sense and feel to the market before actually investing in the market, and can also introduce, maybe initially advise on the direction, depending on the industry and the nature of the company and the plans for the Egyptian market, whether it's best to deal with initially with distributors, maybe to work directly with clients, maybe to find a long-term partner, agent, or representative. And usually I think many of the Spanish companies have found taking place in maybe a sectorial trade mission or being here during one of the exhibitions very informative and a very nice, maybe soft landing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We also have a question directed to Mr. Hashem, maybe asking the Suez Canal launched a performance qualification process for a boot desalination in Ain Shokna. And they are asking when will the Suez Canal deliver back the results of a performance qualification process? Maybe this is a very specific question that I don't know if we can answer it now. Mr. Hashem, I don't know if you know about this performance qualification process for desalination. If maybe it's very specific and we can provide you, Rafael, with an answer later when we have the information available. There's also another question. Yes?
No, I was just going to say there has been over the past couple of years a lot of government initiatives to support companies in that sector. There have been opportunities for public-private partnerships, and there is a government plan that is published and open for investors. So between myself and gentlemen from the export councils, maybe we can share that after the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Hossam. We also have another question from a company specialized in artificial intelligence solutions to large-scale manufacturing plants, and looking for companies that already have a mature technological culture to see if they have meaningful opportunities in Egypt. Do you think? I'm sure that we can look for the partners or for the clients that could host or could be interested in these solutions. What do you think, Hossam?
Yeah, I definitely think it's very interesting. Of course, because the Egyptian market is a large market, so is potentially a client. But I think also one of the advantages to being here is there is a lot of expertise, trained professionals at very competitive international prices. And I think Egypt is becoming really a hub for outsourcing, software programming, artificial intelligence services, software development, hosting with all the complementary services and solutions. So yes, definitely and for sure. And I think also Egypt is one of the countries where a lot of the languages are spoken. So you'll find quite a few Spanish speakers. You'll find a lot of French speakers, German speakers, of course, Arabic. So this is why there has been a lot of success in this sector. Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Joaquin, this company that's working in the field of AI, they can contact, so you can send me their particulars, and we can make a connection between them and ETIDA in Egypt. Maybe you can organize a side meeting between them and ETIDA.
Wonderful. We can do that. We can do that later on. Well, I don't know if any of you would like to share anything else, because we are already at the end of our scheduled time. From our side, we can say that we are delighted to have such a high-level representation from the Egyptian government. Mr. Tarek, I would like to thank you again for your kind availability and your cooperation in this webinar.
Thank you, Mr. Joaquin. Thank you for organizing this fruitful webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to tell everybody that you have my contact in case you need or you're interested in some of the services that we can provide through our antenna. Please send me an email or give me a call. You have my contact, and we'll get in touch with Hossam and see if we can be of help. And of course, we will be in touch with our Egyptian partners to see if we can work together, continue to work together, trying to reinforce our relationships. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll be in touch.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Joaquin.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joaquin. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hossam. Thank you very much, Hossam. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.